My name is Alexandra. I'm from Ukraine.
What did you have to leave behind in Ukraine?
3 apartments, 2 cars,
Oh.
a good life, and I was a housewife and also like blogger. Work as a nutritionist. I have 2 kids, 7 and 4 years old. My first oldest kid was at school, and youngest were in the kindergarten. Before kids, I had a school of nutrition and teach maybe 1,000 people how to eat well. When I was pregnant, I stopped my schools and started to work online. We lived in an apartment, and we were thinking about bought a house for us in some forest, countryside, like a countryside house, because it was very fast life in our city. I was living in Kiev. I was like happy to thinking about our new step in our life to have some house. Before the war, nobody believed that it will be. We were only talking about it. My husband's brother called and say that war is started, and he was running to his house to keep his kids and his wife in the safe, and he was you must go. It was all started, and all week we were like in adrenaline. We don't realize what's happened, and always thinking about kids, because always we know that we have 2 kids, we must take care about them. We don't thinking about how it will be comfortable for us, only for kids. We cross border only to Poland, and after that we fly to Northern Ireland. Oh, to Dublin, to Ireland, and after that to the Northern Ireland. But we lived in Dublin a lot, like months, and my older kid start to go to the school, and when we come here, he said, "Mom, we must go from this house to another." I said, no, not now. We could rest, and we don't go anywhere, because it was in Dublin COVID. And we always moved from Ukraine to Poland, from Poland to Dublin, in Dublin, from one hotel to another hotel, and after that we come here. And that's why my son feel that we must move every time, and he always thinking when we could rest. We come here 5 months ago. Now our kids goes to our society school. I'm working and also studying.
And how are you and your husband settling into Northern Ireland?
Good. We both work and studying in NRC college. I'm a waiter and he's a barman. And NRC college is only ESL course for foreign languages, because we need we need more practice and more vocabulary. I know some people who work here but don't learn English, and for them it's so difficult to settle in, to get used, because when you can't understand if somebody asking something, for them it's hard. For us, it was difficult to understand that here is some of process is so slowly. In Ukraine, we all doing like very fast. If you need bank account, you could come 1 hour, you have bank account. If you want to go to some private clinic, it's like, okay, tomorrow you could go. But here, okay, on December or 2 months or 3 months past. How? It was hard to understand, but now we understand that normal for this country is normal to wait. Yeah. I talk with a lot of my friends who are still stay in Ukraine. Some of them only now try to found way how to go from Ukraine, because they have kids and it's not safety. You don't know in which city will come bomb. Now it's more dangerous. I have nephews in Ukraine, and I always talking that they could come here. They have hope that they could stay in Ukraine and all will be okay, but you don't know. Nobody knows what will be tomorrow.
How has Russia invading your country, how has that made you feel?
I don't know why they're thinking that we had some problem. We haven't some problem in Ukraine. Only when they come in our country, we have problem like they are soldiers. We were like very beautiful and very rich country, and I don't know why they thought that we have some problem with Russian language or Russian people, because I didn't saw this problem, and I know it wasn't a problem. All Ukrainian people know Russian and Ukrainian, and if for you it's comfortable, you could talk in Russian, and we have no problem to, oh, you talk in Russian, why not Ukrainian? We live in Ukraine, we have not this. But they thought that we had, and they must help our people.
What would you say to Vladimir Putin if you could talk to him?
I wasn't thinking about this, but maybe not only for him, because a lot of Ukrainian people understand now that this is problem not only of Putin, of Russian people also. And I only want to say good luck. I know that it will be a lot of problem in Russia, a lot of problem. And if they say we are bad, but like boomerang, it will return for them. It will return.
Do you feel you could ever forgive them?
I can't say that I will forgive them. I can't. But I will not say like a lot of Ukrainian people who lose someone or lose their flat, whole business, a car, apartment, maybe some children. I think they not forgive, and they will have a very bad words to the Russians people. Now it's not only if somebody kill Putin or he will go and we don't see him, it will stay a problem with Russian people. Now we can't have a good relationship with Russian. But I have family in Russia, and we talk to each other. They understand what is happening in Ukraine, and I will like have some communication with them. But with other Russian people who laughing when a lot of bombs killed civilian people, I can't to talk normal with these people. Some part of Russians are good, but they are afraid to together come to the Moscow and say what we are doing. We are killed Ukrainian.
Are they scared of the government?
Scared? Yeah. How to say if they are slabaki, like when you are strong, and another synonyms.
Weak?
Yeah, they are weak. Yeah, they are weak. If all Russian people will go out from their apartments and will make some strike, they can't. It will be like a revolution. My aunt also afraid sometimes talk about and tell by telephone about some Ukrainian cities. When write to me, she like make one only letter and dot because she afraid to write all name of the city, like Kiev. She take K. How is your apartment in K? Because she afraid.
Would you ever return to Ukraine to live again?
Yeah, because we like our country, our weather, because we have a lot of beautiful places which we start only to find out. We maybe 2 years ago bought a tent and start to traveling. And for us it was like good time when we are ready to travel with our kids and stay in tent maybe 1 week, and it was lovely time. And a lot of Ukrainian people say that we will help to rebuild our country, and a lot of people want to return because we, like I was saying, we love our country, we love our nature, our weather, and we saw how we live good because sometimes when you must open a bank account and it takes 3 weeks, you think, oh my goodness, we in Ukraine had this 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour and oh, it was so easy in our country, and now we only realize that we had a very nice and very good life, and we are very like appreciate for people who care about us here, because it also was such like surprise for us in Poland, in Dublin, here, because we thought it would not be like was so kindly. Every people want to help you, to ask you, to give you some food, money, and for us it's like, oh my goodness, we didn't know that a lot of people so kind. Hello, Sasha. Sasha, this is your guinea pig, Sasha.